copy. Riding dirty radio, so crispy, y'all say floppy. Enter to the street, so we know just what is needed. Keep it underground, staying down, cause he ain't greedy. This is where you find what is popping for the culture, where we keeping it all precious, stay away from all the vultures. No scavengers here, just keeping it real. Big got it out the mud, but it's still so clear. So sit back, relax, and just let us lead you. If you're strolling for no reason, then we don't need you. It's Big XL, he can't be stopped. Riding dirty forever, the home of real hip hop. Ride dirty, tell me y'all can't hold. Got with the stars, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty. Ride dirty, tell me y'all can't hold. I'm living fly in the sky with the stars, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty.
What up, world? It's your boy Big XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show, where we bridge the gap between hip hop and everyday life. I got to start off by saying one time for WRFG 89.3 FM. Also got to say one time for the good people over at Live 365. All right, if you're not familiar with Live 365, Live 365 is the internet's oldest streaming service and the internet's oldest internet radio service. And what they do is provide platforms for terrestrial radio to broadcast over the internet, or they also provide opportunities for people to launch their own internet radio stations. And I'm glad to announce that we have officially launched our own internet radio station, and it is called Ride 95. That's right, Ride 95. So do me a favor and make sure you download the Live 365 app, then lock us in, Ride 95, all right? Download the Live 365 app and lock in our radio station, Ride 95. And we are a BDS monitoring station. Alright? I also gotta say one time for the good people over at the I'm So Shirt Company. Alright? The I'm So Shirt Company, they design shirts with you in mind. Now these shirts are designed for you to represent who you are and what you stand for. Make sure you visit them at the I'm So Shirt Company.com. The I'm So Shirt.com, and find out how you can get your shirt today and start representing you, yourself, and your brand. All right? Okay. All right. Now, today is, we got one more hour left in the day, but today is May 25th. Today is Memorial Day. All right? So let's run down some of these celebrity birthdays we got. First, I got to say happy birthday to WWE wrestler Mr. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns turns 35 years old today. Also got to say happy birthday to Atlanta rapper slash member of the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta original cast. She's still a member. Been there since day one. Happy birthday to Miss Rashida. Now, Rashida is either turning 44 years old today or 38 years old today. I've got two different dates of her birth. We know today is the day, but the year, we got two different years. So, hey, man, she's either 38 or 44, but regardless, happy birthday to Miss Rashida. All right, I also got to say happy birthday to St. Louis rapper Young Bands. Young Bands turns 21 years old today. All right, now, also got to say happy birthday to actress Octavia Spencer. She turns 48 years old today. Cheeko, just hold tight. I'm gonna buzz you in. All right. Octavia Spencer, she turns 48 years old. Now, she's an actress. You might know her from, her latest movie was Ma, or you might know her from the movie Self-Made on Netflix. But Octavia Spencer is 48 years old today. Also got to say happy birthday to legendary, this is a legend, my man JT Money, Formula of the Poison Clan, JT Money, the bitch Heiser. He turns 41 years old today. Got to say happy birthday to legendary Long Beach rapper Mr. Daz Dillinger. Daz turns 47 years old today. All right, now, as I switch gears over here to holler at some of my ATL people, some of my Facebook family and friends, let me get it all logged in right here. All right, so I gotta say happy birthday to my man. He was dope as hell back in the day. Definitely dope as hell back in the day. Now he's doing a lot of mentorship and coaching football. But I gotta say happy birthday to my man, Young Jab, all right? Young Jab, happy birthday, sir. Also, y'all might know him as Coach Lambert or Jeff Lambert. Also got to say happy birthday to my man P. Sonata. P. Sonata has definitely been representing for a long time in the ATL hip-hop scene. Also got to say happy birthday to my man Benjamin Graham. If you don't know Benjamin Graham, you might know him by his artist name, Big Mouth Ben. And last but not least, man, I got to say happy birthday to one of my co-workers. Happy birthday to my guy, D. What up, D? All right, man, that's the birthdays for today. Now, like I said, today is May 25th, Monday, May 25th. And if you did not know, and you let the whole day pass you by, today is Memorial Day, all right? Each year in the United States, Americans observe the federal holiday, Memorial Day, the last Monday in May. It honors and remembers all men and women who have died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. Memorial Day is also a day to remember all loved ones who have passed away, all right? Traditionally, on Memorial Day, the flag of the United States is raised briskly to the top of the staff, then solemnly lowered to half-staff position where it remains until noon. At noon, it is raised to full staff for the remainder of the day. Hopefully, everyone had a safe Memorial Day. Hopefully, you guys practice social distancing. Also, hopefully, you had a chance to basically just remember those who have passed, okay? All right, now, let me switch gears. Let me go over here real quick to a little celebrity hip-hop news. I don't have a lot, but I do have a little. All right, first thing we got to say is one time for my man Future. All right, for those who don't know, his brand new project, High on Life, has hit #1 on the Billboard chart. So definitely one time for my man Future. He is #1 on the Billboard charts with his latest release, High Off Life. All right, now, I didn't have a chance to check it out, but for all those fans of Versus, Jagged Edge and 112 went head-to-head tonight for Memorial Day in a Battle of the Love song. So y'all definitely hit me up and let me know who won that thing. Also, for those who might not know, y'all know my man Southwest T, BMF is out. Well, it appears that Big Meech could possibly be released from prison this week. We'll definitely keep y'all posted on that. And last thing I gotta mention is, it appears that Tekashi 6ix9ine is going to have the #1 spot on Billboard this week from his song Buddha. And this will be his highest charting single since his previous release with Nicki Minaj. And he's dropping another one the 29th, which is Friday. So we're going to keep y'all posted. I know a lot of people don't like us to talk about Tekashi, but it is what it is, all right? All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just gave y'all celebrity news. I definitely just let y'all know whose birthday it is, and definitely let you know that today was Memorial Day. I let you know about our amazing sponsors, and I also let you know about the launching of our brand new radio station, Ride 95. Now it's time for me to do what I enjoy doing most, and that's bring you the people that are definitely moving and shaking and changing the culture day by day, whether it's through arts, entertainment, music, philanthropism, entrepreneurship. If they're changing the way we view the culture, then this is the platform for them. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight is no different than any other night on the Ridin Durty show. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the platform, my man Cheeko. What's going on, my G?
Yes, sir, Ski. What's happening, baby?
Man, just trying to, man, you know what? I just had an awesome holiday. It was a beautiful day. Had a chance to enjoy family, ate real good. So, you know, man, I'm just living my best life. What about you, sir?
And I feel everything you saying, man. I ate real good, too. Shit. My lady did a whole vegan Memorial Day for me. We shot a video today. We was up at the crack of dawn making moves, shaking bacon, shaking hand, kissing babies, working, corona-free, mask off, like that there.
That's what's up. All right, so look, first of all, let's get into the life and times of Cheeko. We're going to take these people on a 30-minute ride. Let the people know, first and foremost, where Cheeko is from.
I'm born in Gary, Indiana, Gary Methodist Hospital, right there with Michael Jackson now, but I'm from North Miami Beach, Victory Park, before they built that police station. But I'm a Florida boy, Broward County, Hollywood stand up, Lauderdale stand up, Dade County stand up, Duval stand up, Old Town, Orlando, Tallahassee, Pensacola. I'm a Florida boy. I'm Puerto Rican. Yes, sir.
All right. Now, when did you realize you had a talent to get in the music game and do your thing?
I think it was my mama who slapped me silly when I came out the womb. I was more like wah 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 wah. I wasn't really crying like that. I got the shit slapped out of me. I know that.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
She told me.
No doubt. So,
yes, sir.
At a very young age, you realized you had a talent. What made you jump out? And this is a Florida term. What made you jump off the porch to do your thing?
Man, well, I did my very first show. It was like third grade, but we did like R&B. It was like more of an R&B song. I did my first rap show at a bar mitzvah, one of my real good friends' bar mitzvah. And then we was always dipping and dabbing with the music. I was going to the record store, buying my own tapes like 9 years old, 8 years old, whatever. Tapes again taken by my folks and them. So, really the music always been in me. And then the streets was always there too. So, technically, I jumped out the porch early, with the street life. But the music, I decided to take very serious when I came home from prison. But I've been making music for a while, for a long time. But taking it serious, when I came home from prison, I had nothing else to do. I had to stop selling dope, and I had to start selling hope. Shit.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about your prison stint. You done 4 years in prison. Are you at liberty to say for what?
Yeah, that was a trafficking cocaine charge. It was an informant on my case. They never really found no cocaine on me, nothing like that. But in the state of Florida, all they need is the informant, the undercover police to testify, and then they got to have a variable of audio or visual. And they had a visual, and you couldn't see who was on the actual visual. So that was the conviction right there. I didn't hear a plea. I never took a plea. I was not guilty to the gate. You know what I'm saying? I looked the judge in the face, and it is what it is.
All right. Now, during that 4-year sentence, how were you able to take that time, but get out and turn it into a positive and put that towards pursuing music?
Like I said, man, I stopped selling dope. I started selling hope. I'm able to just tell that side of my story, and I don't condone, what people got going on their own time when they got to do what they got to do to get wherever they got to get. But I just know that I gave my life to the streets a long time ago, and the streets left me with nothing. So I took that, and I just figured I could just drop these stories now onto the microphone, and that's the positive right there. I ain't got to look back no more. I ain't got to look over my shoulders no more. I'm doing the same thing without, touching this, touching that, moving this, moving that, and even more without having to pick up a phone, without having to watch for the police and things like that. So it's nothing but positivity now.
All right, no doubt. Now, tell me, what was it like? Because, man, you come from two areas that really are known for the mean streets. Number one, you're from Gary, Indiana, and also Miami. Like, how were you able to just keep yourself afloat coming from such abrasive areas?
Well, we ain't spent too much time in Gary. My people picked up and left when I was a baby. My mother was running for my father, so I only been back to the city, growing up, going back and seeing how it is. But I am in my own lane, like growing up in Miami and then doing my thing in Miami-Dade and even in Broward County and Jacksonville and wherever I've been doing my thing. It's just, you give respect, you get respect, and you can't command respect if you ain't giving nobody respect. So you kind of got to just do your thing, but at the same time, just make sure you show everybody respect, because people respect that. People respect somebody who paying homage and giving respect. So as long as if no matter where you go, anywhere, whatever city you go to, if you do things the right way, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I always handle good business. Always handle good business. So I never had to worry about anything at all. Like, I wasn't in fear of doing anything I was doing at the time. I just know I was doing too much of it, moving way too fast.
All right. Also,
so that's how I stood afloat. Yeah, not to cut you off, but how I stood afloat, just showing respect, man.
All right. Tell me a little bit about being a teenage father and how have you balanced pursuing music and fatherhood?
Teenage father, that was pretty rough. I got kicked out the crib. I was living in a Cadillac. Growing up, my homeboys was closer to me than my actual family. I used to have this saying, blood is thicker than water, but water turns solid. And that's how solid we was growing up. People like Michael Johnson, Jason Diaz, and Jason Diaz was even in the hospital when my son was born. Me and my baby mother, like, to be truthfully honest, brutally honest, we wasn't even together when my son was born. You know what I'm saying? It kind of was, I ain't going to say my son was an accident, but she was pregnant. She had cheated on me, got pregnant, and we split up. But, I was still dipping in the Kool-Aid, whatever the case was, and then she got pregnant. She had a abortion from the first dude that she got pregnant from. He ain't even want the baby. She came to me crying, so, I had to do what I do as a man. Like, well, I felt sort of not responsible that she was cheating, but she came to me crying like he don't want to have a baby. She can't have no baby with him. So I had to take her to go, do what she had to do. Probably one of the worst memories that she ever had. So, like, take it from there. I'm living in the car at the time, still being a father, trying to teach my son how to walk, how to talk. Grandma was around a lot, but I really had nowhere to go. And then, I picked up and took off to Jacksonville, still keeping in contact with my son and my BM, my baby mom and stuff like that. And she kind of taught him resentment towards me. So it was kind of bad for a long time, man. But the best thing about me being a father is I always taught my son the right way. I always taught him to do the things that I never did. So everything I was doing, I never allowed him to pick up those bad habits. Like, I'm teaching him what he needs to do to get to college, how he going to get the free scholarship, how many language art classes he need to take, how many scholastic sports he need to play so they can give him a full scholarship to go to college and things like that. So I always put in him, like, you need to not just do what you seeing out there, but you need to be better than what I ever brought to the table, because it's the only way you're going to be successful. No matter how successful you see me or you think of me, you need to do it 10 times more. So, like, as I instill that in him, like, he will go to school. He want to be a psych doctor, things like that. Like, he want to do the things that I wasn't even thinking about. I ain't have nobody in my corner to, like, say, hey, why you don't go to college in Wisconsin? Why you don't go to Fresno State? Like, nobody was in my ear. It was just like, you just need to graduate high school. So when I graduated, I wasn't thinking about going to the next level. I was thinking about hanging out with the homies. So I had to get up and go.
No doubt. Well, you pulled it all together. How would you feel if your son wanted to pursue music? Because a lot of artists don't want their children getting involved in the music industry. How would you feel if your kids wanted to become entertainers?
My son, he be trying to do a little something with the music, but I try to, like, coach him. If he gonna take that route, I try to coach him the direction and all of that. But he want to be his own person. So you could only bring the horse to the water. You can't force him to drink it. So if I'm telling him, look, I already been through this and this and that, let me teach you this way so you don't got to go through this and this and that, and he don't want to take heed to that, I got to let him still do what he does, because he going to be his own man one day,
No doubt. All right, so who are some of your influences when it comes to the music business?
Like, music business influence, you know, you got like Master P, you know, Gangsta Pat, Tila, 8 Ball MJG, Bone Thugs, people like that, you know, 90s music. A lot of artists from the 90s that really paved the way for what's going on today. But like the major influence come from like me being in the street, you know, playing football with the team. We get the energy from going hard on the football field, busting helmets, busting heads on the field, things like that. Like that's where it's coming from, and that's where I pull the energy from, like that there. So now the music is like it's high octane.
All right, let's talk a little bit about what brought you to the ATL. And how did you link up with Big Oomp Records? Because that's a legendary record label right here in the ATL.
Yeah, shout out to Big Oomp. Shout out to Baby D. I came to Atlanta because in Miami it's not too many people in position of power as far as in the music business putting people on in Miami. If you're from Miami, somebody in Miami, 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get on from somebody in Miami. You gotta outsource. So like me being this independent artist that truly with the independent hustle and independent grind, like I'm like fresh out of prison. I took myself on tour, all these radio interviews, all the blog sites and everything like that. And I'm like, damn, I'm doing all this, and like, it ain't about the city ain't showing me no love. Like, I ain't even worried about it. But if I can't get to step B, C, D, E, F from somebody who's already at letter Z, that means they want to outsource to somebody else. So, like, I'm like, well, what's the next step that I could do to put myself in a better position? So I just up and left. I left everything at home. I just took my car, packed my stuff, and I moved to Atlanta on a whim. And I was looking for Baby D. Baby D was in prison at the time. And then one mysterious night at one of the clubs, I'm like, hey, man, y'all seen Baby D or something? And they like, what, Baby D? Man, he right over there. Baby D was like the only person in Atlanta in the music scene that I even knew, like, personally out here. Shout out to Baby D again, because it wasn't for Baby D, then the Big Oomp situation wouldn't have came about. So Baby D's the real Prince of Atlanta, by the way. Like, everybody and their mama fuck with Baby D in this city, in Fulton County, Decatur, Gwinnett, all over that. And that's really how it came about. Like, I'm in the studio one day, and they seen the energy, they felt the aura, and they heard me just recite one of my songs. And then the next day I got a phone call like, Big Oomp, Cheeko, Big Oomp, he want to sign with you, man. He wants you to get with Big Oomp, and that's the Baby D on Baby D behalf. So, you know, it was all what it was from there.
All right, now
when I was in prison,
go ahead.
When I was in prison, not to cut you off. When I was in prison, I had somebody read my poem, and they had gave me a date. They said your career is gonna change on this date, and believe it or not, the same year, the same month that they read that poem for is the same year that happened with me signing that contract.
All right, no doubt. Damn. And you know what, man? You were some real solid individuals, because Baby D, Big Oomp, when it comes to the city of Atlanta, those names ring bells, and they're solid. They stand for respect, loyalty. You're definitely with a super team. I got to ask you a little bit about the name, because I'm calling you Cheeko, but say the correct pronunciation of your name.
Cheekofue.
And tell me the science behind that.
All right, so before prison, I was already doing a little music, but I still had one foot in the street, one foot out the street. I was on tour with my big brother, Total Chaos, kind of piggybacking off what he had going on with Bigger Rankin and a tour that he was going on. And I was in another magazine. I made a magazine with Young Thug, Migos, K-Camp, and Bigger Rankin was on the cover, 561 magazine. My name was Nastasity at that time. But in the street, everybody called me Cheeko. Like, all the old heads called me Cheeko. I was doing my thing, so that's what they would call me, just Cheeko. And then everybody in the industry would call me Nasty or Nastasity. So when I went to prison, I had long dreads all the way down to my ankles and stuff. and I was always full of energy, and it was like very unorthodox. So when I was in prison, I said, well, I ain't gonna be the same person when I come out. They already chopped my head bald because in the state you can't keep no dreads. So I said, well, I'm gonna do this Cheeko thing, and then like in Miami, period, it's a lot of Haitians, a lot of Zoes, and we used to have a little slang coming up talking about fue con, which is fresh in Creole, and then in Spanish, fuego is fire or hot. So I'm like, well, shit, I could just be Cheeko and Fue. And then Fue is short for fue con and is also short for fuego. So people from, the island, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Jamaica, they all know what's going on because I'm from South Florida. Like, that's where I've made my ground at. So everybody in that market gonna know, like, what the Fue stand for. So when I meet people, like, they be like, Cheekofue? Oh, yeah, Fue. And then I just drop the Fue. And that shit caught on like a lighter on a wick.
No doubt. All right, so how has Atlanta received you?
I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot of the big dogs that like met me and fuck with me, they done told me like, bro, you a superstar in your own right. Like you got a lot of pizzazz. You got a lot of energy. You got a lot of everything that a lot of people don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the it factor. Cause even before Atlanta, like my grind and my hustle was so crazy. Like I was the person on Hollandale Boulevard, by Biscayne Boulevard, Sheridan Street, 441, holding the life-size cutouts of myself, shaking hands, kissing babies, hand-to-hand combat with people, like really getting in tune and getting personal and intimate with people myself. So when I came to Atlanta, like I'm really being intimate with people, like I'm letting them see me. And then Baby D, he taking me to meet so many people. Even Raheem the Dream calling me an OG, like he done seen me so much. All these different super celebrity and superstars, I'm running down on them with the same mentality, and they like, down. So I'm just putting legs on these projects, so when they come back around and they say, oh, Big On, this your artist? And they'll be like, put two and two together type vibe,
All right, no doubt. So look, we're going to mess around and run out of time, bro. I got to tell you, man, you have so much energy, and this has been a dope interview. Let's talk a little bit about this record that we're going to leave them with, Did a Mile.
Oh, yeah, Did a Mile. That's basically like I came from nothing. Like, when you want to change who you are, you gotta leave your old self. That old self gotta die before you can walk into your new skin.
90 seconds.
Winners win, losers lose. The reason why losers keep losing is not because they losers, but it's because they don't have the same mentality as a winner. And I used to be a loser until I changed my thought process. And now I got people in my corner that's like really supporting me. I just want to shout out to Fair Print, fairprint.com. They print all my shirts, all my merchandise.
60 seconds.
If anybody need merch in the city, holla at them. But they keep me also in people facing Atlanta too. And that's what Did a Mile stands for. Like I did a mile, and I did it with a smile. Like everything that was thrown at me, every person that ever looked at me crazy, hated on me, loved me, whatever. Like, if you a quitter, just imagine what can you do if you don't quit. You know what I'm saying? So if I could do a mile and did it with a smile, then shit, you could do 2 mile, 3 mile, because really I couldn't say I did 1,000,000 miles. That would sound too crazy, but shit, I've been to hell and back 3 times.
No doubt. So look, last question. How has the influence of the World Wide Web and social media affected how you market your music to people?
Right now, I'm learning the ad game, because in prison, I ain't have a telephone till my last year. Like, the camps I was at, it was no cell phones at all. So I really was, like, off beat as far as with the ad campaign and marketing. I'm just learning it now, but now it's getting to the point where all you need is a couple little stepping stones and people to put you in a certain position, and you got it. And shit, independent game is really pay your way. So all you need to do is have a little couple coins, put it here, put it there, plant them seeds there, plant them seeds there as far as with them little coins. And it's going to happen for you. So that's what I'm doing like right now as we speak. Because what I want Big Oomp to see is like he don't just have an artist. He got a whole module of person like that's working. Like even if he don't do anything for me, I'm doing it for myself. So when it's time for him to play his hand, he could look at it like he did a whole mile with a smile and then come to me, and now it's my time to hear, Cheeko, this you know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate everything that's been happening since I've been with Oomp. But my whole grind is based off of whether I'm with Big Oomp, whether I'm with no label, I'm still going to do the same thing I'm doing now. And that's working my ass off.
No doubt.
And nobody could take that from you.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, do me a favor. Number one, tell the people how to find you on the World Wide Web, and then close us out by introducing the record.
So y'all can check me out on my website, www.cheekofue.com, CheekoFue. All social platforms, Cheekofue, Making It Magazine. I've been on the cover of Ace Magazine. You could Google me, Cheekofue, CheekoFue. We going from Duval to Dade, Broward to Howard, Atlanta to Mayberry, and from Watts Cali to New York, you heard me? This is my newest record, Did a Mile, video dropping soon. I got 14 videos to shoot in 14 weeks. We done shot 4, we got 10 more to go, and that's for sure. We corona-free, mask off. Ridin Durty Radio and Cheekofue. Big Oomp Records in a building.
Appreciate it, my G. Appreciate it, my G.
Yes, sir. Hey, send this to me now. Let me get this. I need you to send it.
I got you.
I done did a mile. Did it with a smile. Had the way of the road. I done did a mile. Did it with a smile. Had the way of the road. I done did a mile. I did 100 of. We living through hell, won't let them take nothing from us. See, I done did way up, and on my knees. You thought you saw me down there, but this is where it is. It's a perfection of my life. 360, flying for a new deal. What's 360? A new drip, way up, but it hit me. Heartbeat, Drew G, and like they get the goofy. Heartbeat, total K, had us up the road. And he done told me about a lot of you niggas. Oh, you niggas respect these niggas that ain't come from the club. These niggas should stop trying to put you in ball. Did it with a smile, happy way of the road. I done did a mile. Did it with a smile, happy way of the road. I done caught the round high like the triple double, and I came out the same head in the bush above. You better pray to Allah, better believe in God. I did it off the muscle, never off the fraud. I done did the most when it came to hoes. I'm putting them in cribs, the hair needs to glow. I even been a daddy when I ain't have a daddy. My son been acting like his stepdaddy, his real daddy. We don't do politicians, cause they real slimy. I started rocking fake jewels, put them stay behind me. I lost my studs in the ocean, they was real diamonds. Bet I ain't going back to prison, yeah, that's where I promise. Yeah, that's where I promise. That's where I promise. I've been way up the road. I've been way up the I done did a mile. Did it with a smile. I've been way up the road. I
I done did a mile. Did it with a smile. I've been way in the road. I done did a.
All right, that was my man Cheekofue. All right, it's your boy Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show, where we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. We'll be back tomorrow with another exciting interview and also another episode of The Duel. Y'all have a safe night. Salute.